part of their council tax quadruple. People in Desborough will go to the polls next week over the council's decision to up charges to pay for new play facilities, better parking and new speed limits. It's the latest in a series of rises. In 2014, the amount that residents paid to the town council, which is called the Precept, was £20,000. Last year, it went up to £67,000. This year, it's £350,000, so a rise of more than 400%. Now, unlike county and district authorities, town councils are able to increase charges by that amount without consultation. Stuart Ratcliffe reports.
A £2.40 weekly increase. That's less than the cost of a coffee and a slice of cake. Well, that's the town council's justification for its 400% council tax increase. But despite this cafe being just across the road from the council's office, this coffee and cake actually comes to £4.40.
When it hits home is an elderly lady said the other day she got a small increase in her pension and she thought, wonderful. And now that's been taken away from her to pay her council tax. So her potential coffee and cake has gone, hasn't it?
But it's not just the proposed increases which has incensed local residents. It's the way the council has handled this whole situation.
Honestly, they were rude. They were rude to some of the speakers. And I was really disappointed, and it's led me, and I've never had anything to do with any of this. I'm certainly not the rabble-rouser that they talk about. It's led me to have an interest in it and to want to help, and I absolutely support the town poll. Absolutely support the poll.
The town council has been repeatedly asked for an interview, but so far has refused to speak to the media. Now, when the BBC generally approach a council for a statement, we normally get sent around 3 or 4 sentences, but Desborough Town Council sent us 4 pages in which they quote from people as diverse as Noel Coward to Franklin Roosevelt. For example, there's one here which says Barack Obama could easily have been talking about Desborough when he said, "Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time." And then at the end of the statement, it quotes Anne Frank, which says how wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. Now, if you rifle through the whole of those statements and quotes, generally the message from the town council is we're doing our bit to try and improve the town. And those improvements include building a new car park here, a skate park replacing one which closed several years ago, but most controversially, a pay rise for the town clerk. Everyone agrees Desborough would benefit from some improvements, but what locals would like to see happen is for them to be fully consulted on how their money is spent. But at the moment, agreement on that seems some way off. Stuart Ratcliffe, BBC Look East.